this says to me, more so or equally so than just black folks' willingness to cut cable. What this says to me is, and Rob, you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, black folks are loyal, almost to a fault.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, if we, are a major, or let me just read the actual quote. Horowitz, I'm assuming that's somebody who's already quoted in the story, has long asserted that black consumers are some of the best customers for entertainment, content, and services. That to me says that, not in the history of television, but I'd say in the past, I'll say 20 years, we are the best customers. So why isn't there, or why is it now just becoming more popular to cater to this audience? Because I'll continue to read the more along in the story. It says, these audiences should not be taken for granted. That sentence alone tells me, well, we've been taking granted in the past.
So funny. My eye went right. I literally have that paragraph up on my computer right now because that's right where my eye zoomed in too.
Mm-hmm. It's like, so, and then they say many companies are late to the game, only now focusing on the black audience in the context of BLM and new diversity mandates. BLM, Black Lives Matter, has only been around for what, 7-8 years at the most.
We've been we've been cable customers forever.
Right, for a while. So it's almost like, we as black folks, if we have this influence just based off of these numbers, I think we should be doing something more. We should be using that leverage. Yep. And again, like I mentioned before, if we're such a cherished or prized audience, you would think we'd had black content over the past 10 years. Right. It's like they know we watch TV. They know we're loyal to a fault. And they're like, well, why go through all the extra effort to do all this stuff to cater to them when they gonna watch anyway? So that's kind of what
that's the mindset, you know what I mean? Because you think about, how people complain about, the only black content you see is Housewives and,
reality
other hip hop type stuff and, whatever, reality TV and what people don't watch Moesha. I'm like, people watch Moesha. I watched Moesha religiously until that show went off. And so there's room for all types of content, and like you said, it seems like an intentional snub, basically, because they know we watch it anyway. So I think that I don't think this lesson is new in the community, just to understand the power of our dollar and know how to leverage it for our benefit.
Right. No, back in the day, if you're thinking about when the TV with African Americans really become popular, so we're probably a trailing indicator. So if it became popular in the late 50s, early 60s for white folks, it probably was mid 60s to early 70s for us. And back then, you had your 3 channels, maybe a PBS, and maybe one channel that was not like a major network, but it was just like a local channel that you could watch. So when everyone in America was watching either ABC, NBC, or CBS, those shows are going to cater to what most of America was. You did get shows like Sanford and Son. You did get shows back in the 70s, generally these sitcoms, the Jeffersons. You did get shows like that were good, but they had a lot of crossover appeal. Now you move to where all of this stuff, no one is really sitting down and saying, I want to watch this thing that comes on Tuesday nights at 8:00. That's not how TV happens anymore. You watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it on whatever platform you want to watch it on. So I think one of the things that this article is kind of getting at is that, well, maybe one of the things that is happening, why you're seeing this, this influx of African Americans are actually getting off of cable, getting off of satellite, is that, well, the shows I want to watch aren't on there. It's like, if I got to get, if I have to literally go buy Apple TV to watch this one show that I want, I'm going to go do that. If I have to go buy Paramount to watch the show that I want to watch, I'll do that. But if I'm buying it other places, then what am I paying for cable for if I can't actually even see the stuff that I want to see? So I think, as it often happens with our community, the companies are realizing, oh, these folks were the most loyal. and now they're doing what everybody else is doing. Let's see what we can do to cater to them. And it might be that let's scramble. And I don't want to see a whole bunch of bad content come out because you're trying to make up for something that you should have been thinking about for a decade or better.